Bachelor's Way, making secondhand chic. Hi, it's Ronda Batchelor here from Making Secondhand Chic. Today I want to talk a little bit more about the basement project, but really kind of how we do things for less when we're remodeling and decorating. So one of the ways, which we alluded to a little bit, but I'll talk more later about it, but is we find great finds when we're out shopping secondhand things or garage sales and things like that. So that's really kind of key to how you do it for less. But one of the problems sometimes is you don't always like find them in the right order. So like you might find a really good deal, but you have to buy it before you're ready to use it. Okay, so what you do when you have these great finds that you find and you have to store them somewhere or you have to do something with them. So today that's what we're going to talk about, is how to take care of some of those items and what to do. But first let me show you about one of our first great finds. In the basement, I want to put rock on the front of the fireplace and also behind the TV. So when we were at the restore one day and I came across this huge pallet of rocks for $100, I knew we had to get it. But the biggest problem then was, where do you store this huge pallet of rock? It was hard enough just to get it home. Plan A was to stack it in the front of the garage in this area that we weren't using. We were going to use some plywood and, I know, don't laugh, cardboard to build this structure, and we stacked it all in there nice and neat. That worked really good until one day it just broke loose and I walked outside and there was rock all over behind the van. We couldn't even pull it out. So we rejected that idea and went to plan B. So we decided to build a giant box out of plywood that was on rollers to put all the rock in, and we could then keep it in the basement while we were working and roll it around, and this was the best idea ever. We started by building a base with a plywood bottom and some 2x4s to create a very sturdy base to create the box with. So this was really a family affair. As you can tell, I had everybody helping me. Once we got all the supports on the bottom screwed in and all put together, and we went ahead and added 4 heavy-duty casters that we were rated to hold the amount of weight that we estimated that this would be. Then we proceeded, we cut out sides for it out of plywood, and we went ahead and attached all the sides to it. If you look closely, you'll see that we reinforced the corners with 2x4s. We built the box in the basement, and then we brought all the rock down and filled it up, and now we can push it around the room when we need to. It takes all 6 of us, but it does work, and it gets it moved out of our way when we need it to. So that was problem solved. Okay, number 2 was our sectional that we bought. We bought this at the restore a long time ago, and it's huge. It's like 9 feet in one section, and there was no way we were hauling that back up out of the basement. So in order to get it out of our way, we decided to build a platform out of 2x4s and put it also on casters. And then we put the couches on it, stacked them on it, wrapped them in some plastic, topped it with a piece of plywood, and now we have a rolling workbench that we can roll around out of our way, but we also use it to work on. Problem number 2 solved. Okay, so now you see what worked for us. I think one of the key things is when you have especially big items that you need to keep in your workspace, or something that you bought and it's kind of big, to put it on wheels. Any way you can get it on wheels, it allows you to move it around your workspace so you can work in all areas, but also keep your items that you're trying to store. Worked out great for us. I hope it helps you and inspires you on a way to do that and not be afraid to get that great deal that you found, but you know you're just not ready for it yet. So we'll come back next time and show you more about on the basement. Thanks for stopping by. And kind of sometimes do dual duty. Let's try that again.